Hello, I'm Mr. D-Bear, and with the recent announcement of a target release date for EVRIMA set somewhere in between June 14th to the 20th, and early access for content creators possibly the week of the 8th, we're going to be going over some of the latest info we've seen from the Don. Now, main points we're going to be covering in this video are some dinosaur size and scaling, the sniffing mechanic and nutrition, a bit of combat, and even dinosaur emotes. Now, be sure to subscribe to the channel because when EVRIMA drops, I'll have a fully redone survival guide going over all the new controls and game mechanics. And don't forget to drop by the Twitch stream where I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., especially the week of the 8th of June where we will be playing the early release for content creators. Also join our awesome Discord community and come play with us anytime. Now let's talk EVRIMA. So we're starting off with some Pteranodon footage, not only to showcase the flying, which is looking really fabulous, but to give you a bird's eye view of this gorgeous new map. One of the things I'm enjoying the most about the look of this is just all the new levels that we have here. I mean, just look at how tall some of the trees are, the variety of sizes among them, and there's just so much new vegetation we get to look at now, and it all just looks amazing. Now Dondi's flying over this path here, and we'll pull up a map here in a second so you can see the road system a little bit. You'll see paths like this all over the island, and we'll see what their future use is going to be, whether it's AI migration spots or just kind of a general way to get about the island, especially once humans are being introduced to the game. Now we're going to look at the running animations with the Raptor and Triceratops in the current game versus EVRIMA. Now the first thing that catches my eye is just how smooth the new Raptor is going to run. It has a lot more forward movement instead of the jumpy up and down movement when it's running, which just looks so much nicer, And the new tail physics are looking amazing and making the tail look so smooth and fluid, and it just all looks so good. The same can be said about the trike, and oh my god, does it look so much faster. I mean, it's literally like Need for Speed, like effects going around you as you're running. So I'm really excited to get on this thing and trample around a bit. So now we're looking at the new sniffing mechanic, and I just love it. It looks great. No more giant blue circles blinding me in the middle of the night when I have my night vision on. I'll be able to see tracks a lot better and just have a better experience with the sniffing mechanic. Now, the thirstier and hungrier you are, the stronger this effect is going to be, so the animation will flow faster and thicker depending on your hunger and thirst. Now, Dondi did say there is going to be some changes to the actual images used for these visuals in the future, so just expect this stuff to be developed more and more. Now we see the Tenontos sniffing out a meal here, and the heavy green flow that comes from the vegetation. We didn't get to see any footage of gore being sniffed out, but I think it's safe to assume that it will be like the other animations but red. You'll notice when the Tenonto is eating here, there are a couple different types of plants. And yes, there are going to be different types of plants that offer different nutritional values for your dinosaur. And each dinosaur is apparently going to have different plants that it needs to eat, and different biomes that it has to get those plants from. Now it is confirmed by the big man himself that staying fully hydrated and full is going to have its benefits. For example, if you're an AFK grower getting low on food and hydration, you're going to grow slower, your actions that use stamina are going to use larger amounts of that stamina, and your damage is going to be reduced. So it is definitely going to be in your best interest to stay actively full and hydrated. Now we're checking out the salt lick here, which is intended to help your dinosaur with digestive problems from things like overeating, which are going to make your dinosaur vomit and you'll experience debuffs, possibly like a reduced stamina pool. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with this mechanic and how easily you'll be able to overeat versus not overeating. And now on to a bit of combat. So we're looking at some of the Tenontos attacks here, with this downward tail smash being a stun on things that it hits. Now the Tenonto is also going to have a hind kick and a forward claw attack as well. So good luck getting behind this thing if you're a small boy, because you're going to get kicked right in the face. Now we've got a little raptor action. So this Tenonto is a bit too big for the raptor to tackle down, so it's falling to the ground after it does so. It apparently won't have that sort of problem with a smaller Tenonto though. Another thing that's going to be exciting is if you kill a creature that is small enough to one-shot, that creature will automatically transfer to your mouth while you're on the run. So it is going to be terrifying to be a juvie or a hatchling in a herd in the new game. I'm going to be scared. Now, we do see the raptor hang on to the trike for a moment or two and do some damage here. So maybe there's a threshold with size determining whether you can actually grapple it and hang on to it versus you tackling it and immediately falling off. Now, if you have any ideas about this, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. I'm really curious to see what people think about this mechanic and how it's going to work in the future. But we're going to see it soon anyways, so I'm excited. Now, Donnie was saying here that he wants to possibly make the Deinosuchus about 15% larger than what you're currently seeing. And he would like it to be able to grab something up to the size of maybe a dibble and drag it into the water. But he also said that might be a bit much, so they might chill out on that, but we'll see what happens and see where they go with it. Honestly, the bigger the better for this thing. I mean, it's terrifying. I personally want to be scared to go to the water. It's going to be adrenaline pumping every single time. And now we're looking at the ideal size for the raptor as he gets shrunk down to about the head height of a human. So just a little bit smaller than what it currently is. And now we're getting shown just how deep some of the parts of this swamp are going to be when he puts this Spinosaurus in some of these deep holes. And honestly, it's going to be the stuff of nightmares venturing into this area. I feel like with the Deinosuchus and possibly the Spinosaurus and Suko being more water-based in EVRIMA, this is going to be terrifying. You're never going to know what's sitting in these holes and waiting for you when you go into the swamp. And lastly, we're going to talk about this emote that we referred to in the beginning of the video. You'll see the Tenonto doing a little mud wallow here, and dinosaurs are going to have these kind of emotes that they can perform that eventually, once they layer it into the game, they're going to satisfy your dinosaur's needs and basically make them happy. And it's going to give you buffs, for example, increasing your growth speed and possibly even your damage. Now, other emote examples would include things like a trike rubbing its horns on a tree and things of that nature. Now, actions like these are going to leave distinctive kinds of tracks that other players will be able to pick up on. Now, there's also a plan to add emotes that let you interact with other dinosaurs. For example, some nuzzling with two Tenontos or two trikes locking horns, and another thing that was mentioned, packies headbutting each other, and all without doing damage. So it would just be kind of an animation, not you actually attacking one another. It has been strictly stated to not expect any erotic roleplay with these emotes. So if you're into that, then tough luck, because you're not getting it. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. The week of the 8th, when the game drops early for content creators, we are going to be in there like kitchenware. We're going to have the new video out, new controls, new mechanics. We're going to be streaming it, so come by, see the new content, hang out. It's going to be a great time. I hope you guys are all as excited for EVRIMA as I am. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.